Hi all, I'm Apurva. Welcome to one of my first video series on mutual fund categories in present Indian market. This video is a continuation of the first few videos in this investment series, and I have provided the links to those in the description below as well as on the screen. Do check it out. Here I would be talking about the hybrid funds category in more detail with examples and explanation. Please read the disclaimer at the end of each video carefully as mentioned before. So let's begin. Now, what exactly are hybrid funds? Hybrid funds, as the name suggests, it is a hybrid or a mixture of both debt and equity instruments to achieve diversification. It basically combines the advantages of both and offers higher returns than a regular debt fund while not being as risky as equity funds. The choice of a hybrid fund depends on your risk preferences and investment objectives. These mutual funds are ideal for a wide variety of investors, risk portfolios, and investment profiles. Conservative investors, that is, people who are looking for low risk investment instruments along with higher returns than those of debt funds, can consider investing in hybrid funds. It is also a good investment option for newbies who are just entering the mutual fund or investment market, as it gives considerable equity exposure in their own portfolio without taking high risk. For aggressive investors, that is, people who are looking for moderate to high risk investment options with long term horizon, can also invest in equity oriented hybrid funds. Coming to the taxation of hybrid mutual fund, if it is more of an equity oriented fund, then the taxation policy of equity funds gets applicable, and if the fund is more of a debt fund, then the taxations of debt funds will be applicable. Now, let us move on to the types of hybrid funds available in the Indian market. So, as you can see on the screen, these are some of the various types of hybrid funds available in today's market: aggressive hybrid, conservative hybrid, equity savings, dynamic asset allocation, arbitrage fund, etc. Now, let us go into the details of a few of these fund types. Aggressive hybrid funds are balanced mutual funds which invest approximately 75 to 80% in stocks with some allocation to FDs and bonds. These funds are less risky than pure equity funds with very similar returns in the long run. The other 20 to 25% provides a cushion if stocks go down. Ideal for a 5+ year investment horizon. For instance, for a financial goal of purchasing real estate like a land or a house, or for investing towards financial freedom or as retirement funds, you would typically invest for about 10+ years. In such cases, aggressive hybrid funds would likely to be considered. Moving on to conservative hybrid funds, these invest primarily in FD-like instruments with some allocation to stocks. These funds look to provide more returns than the typical bank fixed deposits without taking too much risk. At least 75% allocation to FD-like instruments generate consistent income. A maximum of 25% allocation to stocks adds growth to the portfolio, and this is ideal for risk-averse investors with at least 2 to 3 year minimum horizon. And this type of fund invests majority, at least 75% of total assets, in debt securities and the rest in equity. Since it invests primarily in debt instruments, it is relatively risk-free. Coming to equity savings, these are open-ended hybrid mutual funds which invest almost an equal amount in stocks, debt securities, and arbitrage. These funds tend to provide better returns than bank fixed deposits of similar duration. It uses the mispricing of stocks in different markets to generate riskless returns by buying and selling at the same time. Up to 30% exposure to stocks means you might see occasional fluctuation in investment value. It is again ideal for an investment horizon of 2 to 3 years. Moving on to dynamic asset allocation funds. These invest in a mix of stocks and FD-like instruments. However, they keep changing this allocation based on the market conditions to provide you optimal returns with minimal risk. Some model-based triggers tell the fund manager the adjustments needed to deliver consistent and stable returns. That is, the fund manager invests in equity and debt securities depending on the current market conditions, with no specific percentage being allocated to debt and equity securities. Hence the name dynamic asset allocation. It is suitable for an investment horizon of at least 3 to 5 years. And if someone is planning to buy a car, for example, in the next 3 to 5 years, then these type of balanced or dynamic funds can be considered. Moving on to multi-asset allocation funds. These are the hybrid funds that must invest a minimum of 10% in at least 3 different asset classes. These funds also have a dynamically managed portfolio, which typically have a combination of equity, debt, and one more asset class like gold, real estate, etc. Investment in foreign equities is not counted as a separate asset class. Lesser risk than most hybrid funds, as the investments are spread across multiple investment assets, and lower allocation to stocks means the returns can fall behind in rising markets. It is suitable for an investment horizon of at least 3 to 5 years. Arbitrage funds. These are hybrid mutual funds that make use of the price difference in various markets and capitalize on the imbalance. Minimum investment in equities or equity related instruments is 65% of total assets. These funds generate returns by using the strategy of simultaneously buying and selling of securities in different markets by taking advantage of the different prices. It is suitable for an investment horizon of 1 to 3 years. There are few other categories under hybrid funds which depend on the fund manager picks and individual selections. With that, I'm signing off for now. Bye bye.